Hello, my name is Zuli Rain, and this is another video about how to grow your blogging empire and make a living by writing about what you love. Today's video is about how Medium publications are changing forever. If you're new here, Medium is a blogging platform, and publications are kind of like themed magazines that live inside Medium. They're run by regular people. I have one, you could create one yourself, and anybody can write for them or submit to them, and they're generally themed around a certain topic. The reason I'm creating this video today is because one of the oldest, most successful, most popular YouTube Medium publications in existence is shutting down for good on June 30th. And that is PSILY. PSILY has been around, I think since Medium started in like 2012. And as they are shutting down, as that incredible publication is closing the doors for good, we can see that Medium is about to change for good. It's a huge indication of what this means for Medium and for you blogging on it in the future. So I'm really excited. This video is going to talk about three things. First of all, we're going to talk about exactly what's happening. It's not just that PSILY is shutting down. That's one event in a whole theme of events that's been going on since October of 2020. So I want to make sure that you have all the historical context to understand. Part two, why? Why did Medium do this? I have theories that are backed up by a lot of evidence. I want to hear what you think. And three, the most exciting, the most important part, what this means for you, how you should change your strategy about writing on Medium, getting views, earning money, how this is going to affect your career and mine, to be totally honest. All right, let's dive right in. What is happening to Medium publications? So, quick bit of history. Medium has had publications pretty much since its existence. They're just a collection of stories about a topic run by regular people. So for example, PSILY, as you can guess, is about relationships, platonic, familial, romantic, of course. It was run by a bunch of really great editors, chief among them Dan Moore and Kay Bolden, who did such a great job running an incredible publication. RIP, they will be missed. They're not dead, they're just going on to bigger and better things, hopefully. Anyway, on Medium, whenever you write and publish a story, it automatically goes to your profile, but you have the option of also submitting it to a publication. So for example, I write a story about the 5 side hustles that will not make you rich. I publish it on my own profile. I also submit it to the Start It Up. They will say, yeah, this is a great fit, we'll publish it. And it gets sent to all of their 800,000 followers. So people who follow the publication, even if they don't follow me, they will still, a portion of them will still be shown that story. This is what makes publications so great and so important for beginner bloggers especially. It really, really, really widens your audience. Okay, so they've always been a way to get more viewers. On Medium, what the algorithm is trying to do is to show your story that you just wrote to a bunch of people who it thinks will think, yeah, that's pretty neat. And by putting it in a themed publication, you can guarantee that the initial group of those readers are going to be interested in what you have to say. You can do some research, really find out the topics that they want. But by and large, you could just say relationship story, bam, going in PSILY, because I know they'll like it over there. I know the readers will enjoy it. All of my top stories have been published in publications. So recently, Medium really sneakily kind of partnered with them. Nobody really knew, nobody really announced it, but a few of us kind of learned that a handful of publications, PSILY and the Ascent, chief among them, were receiving like a monthly income based on how many views they had. So and then even more recently, as we've seen, Medium dissolved this partnership. They are no longer paying those publications. This comes on the heels of Medium also dissolving / buying out half the editorial staff that they used to have. The editorial staff used to run we'll call them professional publications. They were run not just by regular writers like you and me, but by actual seasoned veteran editors, journalists, and reporters, etc., to sort of demonstrate that they are also losing their funding. I used to be paid $300 every time I published a story with OneZero. That was just the flat fee that they paid writers. I am no longer being paid that when I publish with OneZero, which is a shame, but what can you do? So that's all the history that you need to understand. Let's get into the context. Why would Medium do this? So I thought about this for a long time because my stories always get more views when I'm in publications. They always do. I love knowing that they're going to find a great home no matter where no matter what I'm writing about. So the first thing I want to outline is that Medium does not care about me. Medium does not care about the views you get. Medium cares about one thing only, and that is turning readers into subscribers, people who pay the $5 monthly membership. Keep that in mind as we go on through the rest of part 2. And I want to quickly differentiate here. Same with the buyout. I saw this happening and a lot of people were like, oh my God, Medium canceled PSILY. Medium has made PSILY leave. And that's not what happened at all. Medium said, hey, we were giving you a lot of money a month. We're not going to do that anymore. What you do now is up to you. So the Ascent got offered the same deal and they chose to stay. I think that's really important. And PSILY probably didn't get that funding to begin with. They were offered that, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago. And now that they're not getting that, it's just not worth their time anymore. That's okay. That's their choice. But Medium is not canceling them. Medium is just no longer paying them, which they weren't to begin with. So I want that clear. Publications like Darby Day's Creatures will continue running as is, unchanged because she wasn't getting paid to begin with. But okay, let's go back. Why did Medium do this? Why would they do that? Especially because they know that, well, I assume they know that most writers get more views when they publish in publications. So let's go back to what we know for facts. Okay, we know Medium wants a more relational medium. This is what they announced. It's in press releases. It's on the CEO's website. We know that they want a more relational medium where it's less about viral hits and more about the relationship between reader and writer. You'll notice I said reader and writer, not reader and publication, right? We know that their ultimate goal, how they want to make money, is not by helping people like me get views. They want to turn readers into subscribers. They want to get people so hooked on this content that they're coming back every month, reading loads and paying $5 a month happily, okay? And we have to assume that they have a better and more holistic view than I do, than you do. We have to think that they have access to more numbers and data that explain this rationale a little better. So with that in mind, we can kind of start working backwards and make some assumptions. We know that they were paying publications for views, and we know that they created at great expense these sort of editorial pubs like OneZero, Debugger, etc. And we know that they're not doing that anymore. So what's the assumption there? That it wasn't worth the money, that it wasn't worth the investment, that paying these publications did not turn readers into subscribers, okay? So what is, again, making an assumption, I'm assuming that Medium is seeing that regular writers, people who create a voice on the platform rather than sticking to any particular publication, those are the people that are turning regular casual readers into subscribers. I don't know how, I don't know through what mechanism, but that's what I have to assume based on what Medium is doing. So why did Medium dissolve these partnerships? Because they weren't paying off, plain and simple. That's it. It all comes back to money. Medium looked at the numbers and was like, we're not getting money. We're paying you so much money and we're not getting any of that back. And so they stopped. That's it. Again, I want to reiterate, they did not cancel PSILY. PSILY chose to leave. Totally different things. So let's get into the most interesting part. Jazz hands. What does this mean for you as a blogger on Medium and just generally on the internet? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I saw this coming. When I saw that relational medium thing, I was like, okay, so if they care about the relationship between readers and writers, if they care about that, then publications can't be their priority. And that was kind of bolstered by the fact that curation, I think, is also going to be heavily deprioritized. You saw me do a whole video about how I think the algorithm is going to change based on how they revamped the tags page, which are user assigned, the same as Instagram, right? Hashtags. It's been 8 months. We could have seen this coming. I saw this coming. So I ran a little experiment. I was like, okay, well, surely Medium is going to put their money where their mouth is and they're going to make it better for writers to self-publish rather than publishing in publications. So I self-published 4 stories. And what I found was that they performed very badly, awfully, really, literally, I think they got they were my worst performing stories in a long time. And I retroactively added them all to my own publication, Zuli writes, but I want that on the record. I tried and I was like, damn, it is not worth it to do that. So that confirms what we should have already known. I mean, I don't know if Medium changed the algorithm. I don't know if they probably don't have little switches they can toggle on and off, but I do know that giving my story to a bunch of readers, who I know are going to be interested in it because of the publication, it's going to do better. That's just something we should have known, regardless of the algorithm, regardless of the distribution, regardless of the relational medium. People might see it because they see my name and they're like, oh, Zuli, she usually knows what she's talking about. But they were only shown it because they follow the startup, and the startup publishes stuff about, you know, becoming a content creator, growing your business, growing your side hustle, etc. Especially for beginners, when you are starting from zero, publications are going to be key for your growth. They're going to be key for you to like just try different niches, see what you enjoy writing in, see what audience really loves your writing. Is it relationships? Is it freelancing? Is it going to be financial stuff? I don't know, but trying out different publications can show you where your audience is. It's going to be really key for finding your audience. When you self-publish and you have 0 followers, it might get shown to a handful of people through the tags, but that's it so far. Publications are really how you get a following when you're brand new. And I really think they're crucial for finding your voice. Like, I have tried a bunch of different publications. I know the ones that I like, and I know how I like to write for them through experience. So my predictions for the future: publications are still going to exist. Like I said, the Ascent, not going anywhere. OneZero, still around. Creatures shows no signs of leaving. They're just not going to be sponsored by Medium anymore. They're not going to be subsidized by Medium, as was the case for a large part of their history. Medium is probably going to spend more time, resources, money on individual writers, as we saw last month with that $500 bonus. That was incredible, right? That money had to come from somewhere. It probably came because they've dissolved all these partnerships. I have no idea how much they were paying them, but you have to think, like, it must have been a lot. And publications will still give writers a leg up on viewers because you're sending it to a place where you know it's going to have people who are interested in it. I mean, you're still going to have to do the work. You're still going to have to research what topics, what title types, personal essays, listicles, what they want in that publication. But once you do that research, publications are still critical to find your readers. If you were a regular contributor for PSILY, God, that sucks. I get that. That's horrible. I loved writing for them. I loved it. I will really miss writing for PSILY. And the best advice I can give you is that those readers of PSILY are still there on Medium. I hope Medium, I mean, it's possible that Medium's made a huge mistake and well, everybody who followed at PSILY was only there for that stuff. But I don't think so. I think if Medium keeps showing them relationship stuff, they'll stick around. So look for publications that fill that niche. The one that comes to mind for me immediately is Hello Love. It's still around. I think it's run by the Good Men Project, so presumably they have an external source of funding. It's a great substitute, and you might even consider whether you want to start your own publication about relationships now that there's this huge gap in the niche. And other than that, just keep experimenting. I'm going to try to self-publish once a month just to see what happens. I mean, it's possible Medium's going to push their magic little buttons and self-published stuff will do way better than in publications. I don't know. The only way is to keep experimenting, keep testing. Keep an eye on the tags pages. See if what's trending is self-published or if it's in a publication. Keep an eye on the homepage trending, self-published in a publication. Where is it coming from? That's going to be your best indication of what actually performs best. So keep growing and publishing if you're in your own publication, if you have one. And other than that, carry on. Don't change that much. Like literally, unless you are only publishing in PSILY, this shouldn't change your strategy that much going forward. Again, Medium is not doing this because they want to give writers more views. They're doing it to convert more subscribers. And so because your views are probably still going to be better if you keep publishing in publications, keep doing that. You know, experiment, make sure that's still the case a month from now, a year from now, but otherwise, carry on, carry on. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear your theories as to why Medium did this. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Are there any other video topics that you would like to see covered? I'm covering this one thanks to popular request. So thank you everyone who asked for this video. I love filming it as always. And yeah, do you have any ideas for what Medium is going to do next? Like, do you think they're going to cancel publications altogether? I don't think so, but who knows? I think the next to kick the bucket is going to be curation. So keep your eyes open for that. We will see what happens. I'm so excited. I love when things change because Medium gives me a ton of work. All right, well, I will leave you all with that. Have a great rest of your week and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.